bondsman for his son in 1798. So he was involved in East Tennessee, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And then in 1830, he lived with his daughter, Elizabeth Shipman, in Wayne County. And then in 1832, he lived by the Big Spring here in Hard County, in this community, here in the Walnut Grove community on Falls Road. And then in 1840, he lived with his son Sanders, and then he lived there until he died in 1850. So that's a little bit about Stephen Austin and about where he lived. A little bit about his Revolutionary War experience. He was married at the age of 20, and he married Dorcas Pinson of Lawrence County, South Carolina. And then 1 year later, he joined the American Army at the age of 21. As I said before, he fought in 4 battles. He was in the cavalry under the command of Major Armstrong and Colonel Washington. And Colonel Washington was a distant relative of General George Washington. And he served 5 years with the Light Horse Dragoons. And these Light Horse Dragoons were militia horsemen who wore tricorn hats with a large feather plume. And some of their duties were to scout the area before battle, dispatch and deliver messages, protect foraging parties, and often led the way in the day of battle. And he stated in his pension papers that he was also posted outside the lines to guard the flank. And then I talked a little bit about the Battle of Cowpens. I want to talk a little bit about that a little bit more. That was a famous battle. Before that time, that was fought in 1781. And in 1780, he fought in the other 3 battles, 1780 and 1781. But the British pretty well had captured or controlled South Carolina during that time. And they controlled most of North Carolina. The Battle of Cowpens is where it kind of turned in that area in the war. And the Light Horse Dragoons were a major part of that battle. The Cowpens, the name of the Cowpens is where cattle wandered in open pens, and that seemed unlikely for a battleground. But that was a great battle, and he had a great battle plan. There was a great battle plan involved that allowed them to win that battle. And it's the first time that a good battle plan had really had any effect on the battle. But the battle ended quickly. They were attacked. They were surprised and they were attacked. The British were attacked, and they lost 90% of their forces. And they were either killed or captured, and only 12 Americans were killed in that battle. There's a lot to that. If you want to Google that battle, there's a lot of interesting stories about that. I won't go into any more detail about that, but it's really interesting, that battle and the battle plan.